Hello everybody, Jardis here, and in today's video I'm currently hanging around Sandswept Isles, which is a level Living World Season 4 map, just south of the Anagel encampment waypoint. I'm currently at Hafren right here, this heart vendor. And the reason why I'm at this heart vendor is because I wanted to show you that this is the person that you go to when you want to purchase the prototype position rewinder. Now, in a lot of my other previous videos, I have made mention about the prototype position rewinder being a useful tool. What it does is that it allows you to have a temporary save point when you use it, and if you screw up along the way in terms of, like, for example, a jumping puzzle, and instead of having to go all the way back to resume where your progress was when you lost track, you can quote unquote rewind back to that place where you put in your personal save point. Now, in order to get this, you do have to fill the heart, which is basically they will ask you to harvest certain types of flowers as well as deal chaos and mayhem into the inquest area, which is what you see over there. Once this heart is filled, you'll be able to talk to them and be able to purchase a variety of items, including the prototype position rewinder, which is 175,000 karma and 75 Deflorite Crystals. Now, the Deflorite Crystals can be gathered easily because that is the currency you can mine in this particular map here in Sandswept Isles. Now, to get into Sandswept Isles, in case you haven't gotten here yet, perhaps the easiest way to get here is to go to your story journal, go to Living World Season 4, and begin this story, A Bug in the System. Once you start this chapter, it will give you access to the Sandswept Isles. Now, what is the prototype position rewinder, you ask? Well, basically, as I hover over it, you can read the description. It says it is to equip a position rewinder, which can be used to rewind your position to a previously marked location, which is account bound. Now, what happens is if you double click on that, it'll change your weapon skills, and you'll notice a new icon down here, mark location, store location and position rewinder. This is your temporary save spot. It does not last forever. It does have a cooldown. So you want to be sure that when you mark your location, you want to do it, fairly frequently because, for example, I'm just going to go ahead and start it here. And it will activate another button which will allow you to rewind to that current location. So if I go, like, say this way and go, oops, I messed up, now I got to get back up there, I press the 2 key and bada bing bada boom, it brings me back. Kind of like a cheap Mesmer portal, if you will. Now, one thing I should point out is that the rewind button, not the mark location, but the rewind button has a 30-second cooldown. I'm currently at 14, 13, 12, 11. But when you use the mark location button, you'll notice that a new icon appears above your utility skills, position rewinder, time left. This is how long your marked location stays active, which means when this runs out, if you were to use the rewinder, it would not bring you back to this location. In fact, by the time this runs out, your option to use the rewinder should disappear, which means you'll have to start all over again in terms of relocating the position you want to be at. See, as that ran out, so did my option to use the rewinder. So that is why you want to be able to use the mark location frequently. You can only have one marked at a time. As soon as you place a new one down, your old one pretty much vanishes and is unobtainable. So, again, this is an item that has been very, very useful in jumping puzzles as well as exploring difficult terrains. You can even use it while you're in the middle of a glide. Anyway, this is where you would go to get this position rewinder. One also side note, I should point out that if you do have a toon that does provide alacrity, such as a Mesmer, the alacrity does affect the cooldown here for this rewinder. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to share this information with anybody who would like to purchase their own prototype position rewinder. and I'll see you again in the next video. Till then, happy gaming!